Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Nikki Jones. I'm sat right by the river in Sydney. It's beautiful, beautiful. It's Saturday, sun's shining, it's afternoon, and I thought I'd shoot you a quick video to talk to you about, are you in a relationship but yet you're feeling like you're single and that you're alone? Then stay tuned because that's what I'm talking about, okay? So, being in a relationship and feeling alone isn't because the person that you're with isn't interested. It's because you're not centered as a person. You know, you need to center yourself as a person and learn who you are, know who you are. I got disturbed by two guys going past. I don't know if I can catch them. Oh, hang on. No, I've lost them. But they were going past on these little paddle things, and I've seen a lot of them just recently, people going out on paddles. And I tell you what, I've seen a lot of people out and about since this pandemic. People realise that, you know, get out there and have a life, go meet your family, go meet your friends. People are using the parks like they used to, like they should. You know, it's lovely, nature's free, and you know, you should use it. And when I talk about grounding yourself, go into a park, go into nature, take your shoes and socks off, put your feet on the floor, and you'll feel it. You'll feel it. Amazing feeling. It's free. You know, it's a place that you can be free. That's what I'm saying. Anyway, let's get back to what I'm talking about. So, you're at the stage of, you're in a relationship, you feel alone, don't know what to say about it, you don't know how to deal with it. All I suggest is that you start working on your inner self. Start learning what codependency means. Start learning what it like about your family. Look at the pattern of your family. Look at how, you know, whether your parents are together, whether you was a damaged child from before the age of 8. This is very difficult. I'm trying to hold it with 2 hands. It is quite difficult. So, what do? I think you should take time out for yourself, whether it's a bath, whether it's a manicure, whether it's a facial, whether it's just a walk. It doesn't have to cost anything. You don't have to go and glam yourself up because you're feeling lost. You just need to know why. Start writing a journal. Keeping a journal, I know it's difficult if you're in a relationship because you're scared they're going to read it. But you don't have to write stuff about them in it. When I say write a journal, I mean you need to really write about things that you've learnt through the day. Things that may have crossed your mind and never crossed your mind before. You know? Anything. Just write it down. A nice phrase that you've heard, or, you know, what's going on in the world, where you are spiritually, emotionally, physically, if you're in a relationship or if you're not in a relationship. It's just good to write. You know, we were taught to write, weren't we, and use our imagination when we were kids. And then what happens? You get in a relationship, or you don't get in a relationship, and you just forget about writing. Pick up your pen today and start journaling. It makes all the difference. It really does. And coming down here today for me has really helped, because I can be in my house doing things, making things, pottering around, days gone. I've done nothing. So going out and just sitting in the sun, look at me right now, sitting in the sun, got my cardigan off my shoulders, just halfway on to keep me warm. There's people over the way, walking their children. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So if you're not near a river, drive to a river, go and sit by the river and see what it feels like. I promise it will be worth it, I promise. Okay, where was we? So, I've written some stuff out, so I'm going to have to look down to read it, right? You should not seek out your man or your woman or whatever. You should not seek them out. When you're seeking them out and you're on these dating sites and you're looking and you're going, nah, 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 nah. It's about the spirit. It's about meeting that person and feeling their spirit. That's what it's about. For me anyway, that's what it's about. Is being in touch with their spirit. Is their spirit touching my spirit? Has our spirits been together before? That's what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for just someone to fill the void, because we do that. And since being single, I've seen people go in and out of relationships, like they're maybe on their third relationship, or they've broken up like several times and they're still trying. You know, what can I say? Oh, here we go. Oh yeah, what is that called that you're doing?
Stand-up paddleboard.
Stand-up paddle. I see loads of people doing it.
Yeah, it's got really popular now.
Ah, it's so lovely. It looks so peaceful.
Want to try it?
Yeah, I'm scared though. I'll sit on it while you paddle. Did you see that? See? Get out and people talk to you. If I stayed at home, nobody would speak to me. So don't waste your time. Don't waste your energy. Just get out there. This video is all over the place, I'm sorry, but I love nature. So, what you want in a man, or what you want in a woman, right? That's what it's about. What you want in a man, answer, I can't really say. Give less information. Don't give yourself away. Don't give yourself away. Like, not too easily. Not too easily. Don't just go, yeah, let's be in a relationship. Let's do this. You know, you've got to work out who you both are. You know, was your upbringing the same, or was it completely different? Because I've tried having relationships with people that are from another country, or you know, been brought up completely different religion, and it just doesn't work for me. It doesn't work for me. A lot of kids have been brought up to be like not smacked. I mean like beaten, and that's the way they know. So if that's the way they know, then look at how you're going to be treated in a relationship. That's where I'm at. That's where I look at everything and I analyse everything. And the thing is, I've actually like thought I've met somebody, and then it's like 4 days down the road. So now I've decided I'm going to start the 10 dates before you get to that stage of like opening up and telling them more about you. I am not going to tell another man anything about me. The last thing I've literally just met somebody, and it was a complete and utter waste of time. A complete and utter waste of time. He's brought up so differently to me, and it just would not have ever worked, you know. Two completely different people from two completely different backgrounds. It may work for some people, but it's just not going to work for me, I think, you know. So I'm going back on the shelf and staying on it until I meet the right man. So, right. So what does a man do or a woman do when they first meet somebody and they're narcissistic, say? Well, they'll come in and they'll love bomb you. They will sweep you off your feet. You'll think you've never met anybody like it. And it's going to be a case of they've asked you everything. They've got so intimate with you, with all your details. Where you come from, where you are in the family, how old they are, whether your parents are married. You need to ask all these questions. You need to do it's like an interview. And if they really want you, they'll answer all the questions. Now, one of my first questions nowadays is, have you been in prison? Because if they've been in prison, I want to know why, obviously. And there's no prejudice to anybody that has been in prison, but for me, being single, on a dating scene, I need to know, has he been in prison, and why was he in prison? Because if it's to do with anything like battering a woman or whatever, then I need to know that. And that's what you need to know. So after the love bombing, where they put you on the pedestal and they make you feel like you're the only person in the world that ever understood them, and you're the only person in the world that's ever done things like this is the first time they've done it. It's not. They have a pattern, they have a cycle, they do exactly the same thing with the next person. And I'm witness to that. I'm not going to say no more, but I'm witness to that, really am. So after the love bombing, you don't have time to even think. They're just sweeping you off your feet. They are sent from the devil, you know. They're sent from the devil. And they prey upon people that are maybe vulnerable, just come out of a relationship, or have had bad, like maybe been abused in their past. That's a perfect person for them. After the love bombing, and it's also good in smothering you and contacting you constantly, text messages, love notes, flowers, you name it. They're trying so hard. And then after the love bombing goes like no contacts. Like they might go quiet, they might not message you as much, they might not give you that attention or buy you anything else ever again, you know. Toxic relationships with a narc, you'll know how to treat. They know how to treat you by asking you the questions. Love bombing is all good, and this after they're smothering you. If you plan something, they'll make excuses not to go. It's happened to me before where they make an excuse that no, I can't go to that. No, I don't get on with your family or whatever it is, and it's like, what? What's wrong with you? Why don't you want to come out with me? What's wrong? You know? And they're like, no, can't be bothered. Don't, you know, your family don't bother with me, so why should I be bothered to go to them? And all that stuff starts happening, and you're like, what? Are you questioning it? Like, what the hell? So, after they've completely blown your mind, everything may stop. And they may even avoid intimacy with you. They may even say no, they don't feel that way about you at the moment, or just no, or whatever it is. I had it in a relationship where he's actually get me to the point and then say, right, that's all you're getting, and you're getting no more. And that was so humiliating. I honestly started to go crazy in my own head. Couldn't work it out for a second. Why would he do that? You know, why? Anyway, so then it goes to, they never call you by, they never call you by your name. They never call you by your name. I always notice that. They always call you either a nickname, or they always call you like babe or baby. Them two. It's always them two. Right. So they go from there and they go to gaslighting. Gaslighting, where they confuse you and they confuse you. I continue to use. They avoid sex. They avoid marriage. They're telling others bad stuff about you. You know, all the stuff that you might be happening to you, and you're going to your mates. You know, shit. You know, this happened, and you know he did this and he did that. No, it's not going to work. Yeah, and they'll be talking bad about you. You're not the only one, right? And then it goes to breadcrumbing. Now, breadcrumbing is an approval trap. The person that broke you wants to come back. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. You know, you think, wow, I've got over him, everything's fine. You might be just starting to date again, you might be just starting to meet other people, and then boom, they come back again. And you're like, what? And like your heart's kind of melting, and you kind of like miss that excitement, and you think, you know, they say, oh, it's never going to happen again, and and you're beautiful, and you're this, and you're that. And then what happens? It gets worse. It gets worse, and more. I'm very scared that I'm going to drop my phone in the river. I'm so close to it. Anyway, I really hope that this has helped someone out there, whether it's helped you or whether there's parts of it that's helped you. Please hit the like button. Please do. So please hit the like button. Share my stuff. Subscribe if you haven't, if you like what I do. And I'd love to hear from you. So thanks. Love, light and peace to you.